Hey Aries, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for Tuesday, June 17th. Let's see what's going on with Aries. What does Aries need to hear about today? Alright, there's some decision that you're making. Two of Swords at the heart of your reading means that you are sitting on the fence, going back and forth, unable to make up your mind about something. You kind of are backing away from the topic as well. You don't want to look at it at the moment. Your challenge being Two of Cups with the Devil and the Knight of Swords. Okay. There's a relationship that's moving a little too quickly for you. You feel maybe either you or the other person involved is a little attached, a little obsessed. Maybe there's something with this devil energy about addiction or bad habits or recognizing like patterns, past patterns. This person isn't going to be good for me, that sort of energy. But it's not necessarily that. It could just be like the obsessive nature of when you first meet someone and the hormones kind of take over. It could just be that, because we see the Knight of Swords here, and that's all about like taking swift action. Two of Cups means that they like you as well, so this is mutual. Whatever you're feeling, they are feeling it too. But it might be more lust than love at this point. I think it's very early on in your connection. Right now, you are focused on King of Swords in reverse. You don't want to listen to logic. You don't want to listen to reason. You don't want to listen to... Maybe the other person is trying to make their case, like trying to use logic to convince you to see them or to convince you to move faster than you want to move. Let's see what led up to this in the recent past. Taking a risk. I think either with this person or more likely with other people in the past, you have really leapt before you looked and given someone a chance to kind of prove themselves along the way. And I think that is why you are really stalling on making some sort of a choice with this person now. Possibly because you don't want to get burned again. You don't want to be fooled again. From your spirit team's perspective or your higher self perspective, the good that can come from this is learning an important lesson about what you truly want. What are you wishing for? What are you yearning for out of a situation like this? However you handle this situation is going to sort of solidify the way that your reality manifests moving forward. Not so much like passing a test, but more like setting the parameters for your algorithm in life. In the near future, we have the Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. Lots of Swords energy coming out, so I think you are doing a lot of thinking. You're putting a lot of mental effort into this. You're not wanting to just go with your gut, maybe like you do a lot of the time, but this time it feels very well thought out, or you're putting a lot of emphasis on, I have to think this through. Because in the near future, we have you showing up with Queen of Swords energy, which means that you are seeing the situation for what it is. You're able to read between the lines, really sense information that maybe isn't being conveyed verbally. So this could be like picking up on behavioral cues or seeing a pattern in someone else's behavior. And then the Hierophant is all about the way things should be. The way in your mind or in the mind of society, kind of, this is the way things ought to be. So when you are kind of in your Queen of Swords mentality and you're seeing the situation, you're able to weed out fact from fiction more easily maybe than you normally do. But you're holding that in mind with the comparison to, okay, how should things be right now? What is the right way for things to be right now? You could be really keeping in mind your long-term plans. If you have plans of marriage, Hierophant would also fit that interpretation. What's going to impact the situation that you don't necessarily see coming is that there are going to be friends by your side or someone in your social circle who really points out or drives home to you that you don't want an aspect of this. Maybe this could be one of your best friends, a confidant, a sibling, even a coworker, but someone that you trust to the point where you are taking their advice on this. And their advice is going to hit home with the whole, like, yeah, but do you really want that? And when you reflect on it in that moment, it's going to be like, actually, no, I don't want that. Your hopes and fears, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. You want to be so done with the merry-go-round of love them and leave them, or whatever your pattern is with relationships. You feel like exhausted from it and you want to be done. You're like, haven't I suffered enough? This time around, can't it be different? It's like you want to build up the courage to get on the ride again and give it another go, but the end result is that you're done. You're leveling up in a way that's beyond just let me prove to the universe that I have it in me to make the right choice this time. You've already proven it, and therefore you are getting, well, when this situation concludes, you will have proven it. So you may be in the process of sort of proving that, if that makes sense. Because the World versus the Wheel of Fortune, to me, you're afraid of Wheel of Fortune in reverse energy having to do it again and making the same mistakes again, versus the World is like, I'm putting all of that past behind me and I'm ready to level up, ready to leave the past in the past and start a whole new chapter. Let's get you some advice. Okay. Yeah, take it slow. Don't let anyone rush you. Eight of Wands in reverse says there's no time limit on romance. There's no schedule for how quickly things should or should not move. All that matters is how you feel about it and being true to yourself, to your inner guidance. And anyone who tries to pressure you or knock you off of that sort of timetable is acting selfishly, and they're looking out for their own wants and needs. Pressuring you, first and foremost, is not a good first look in building a basis for a relationship, right? So anyone who would put their own wants and needs ahead of yours and not really look for compromise to start off with, I would say this is the warning / advice from Spirit, is don't let things kind of create this momentum in a certain direction without really making it your decision to do so. That decision that we're at here is yours to make. And if you stay on the fence about it, you could get pushed in a certain direction by momentum. And that's what Spirit's warning you about. All right, there's momentum, there's a push coming. And it's up to you to swerve that energy, to resist or sidestep that energy. Say no to it, make the decision, and put your own desires into the situation. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Bye.